2nd of September, the dialogue continues with the BC teachers dispute. Joining us on the line, Dr. Paul Shaker, education expert up at Simon Fraser University. Good morning, Paul. Thanks for being with us here on the show. And first things first, what's your reaction, your take on the fact we're still at this stalemate on September 2nd?
Well, I'm concerned, of course, as everyone committed to public education in British Columbia is, that the strike has to go on and that we can't get back to school.
Seems like we go through this on such a regular basis. Once this does get resolved this time around, do you see us going through this yet again down the road, or can this truly be resolved long term?
Well, this has been a key part of the ruling BC Liberals platform to treat education and certain other fields within government with less priority than they had in the past, and to supplant that with certain other things, particularly, I think, in the construction area.
Why do you think that is on the Liberal platform, as you put it?
Well, you know, politics are responsive to interest groups, and the interest groups that are responsible for things like BC Place roof and the Port Mann Bridge and the Convention Center seem to have sway over those that affect human services.
Doctor, if we're looking at the intention behind the action, some people would say the government's move of offering this $40 stipend, it could be a direction toward a voucher system here in the public schooling system. What do you see as the future of education given what has transpired?
Well, what we're really struggling over is the opportunity for excellence for all students. The British Columbia schools, which have been built up over 100 years, aren't going to disappear or lose their excellence overnight. But the question is, will they be able to serve or aspire to serve all the students, students with special needs, with learning disabilities, with language weaknesses, gifted students, students with outstanding talents in non-academic areas. So that's really what we're struggling over.
In your background, you've seen education on so many levels, the United States and Asia, here in Canada. How do you see class size and composition working elsewhere? And it seems to be so flawed here from the perspective that is, pardon me, of the BCTF and the teachers.
Well, that's a part of the squeeze that's been on the schools. This $300 million or so that they talk about, which represents probably less than 5% of what we spend on the public schools, is the difference between having those school librarians and resource teachers and the other enhancements. Plus, special education in British Columbia has never really been funded at the levels we were accustomed to in the United States.
Dr. Paul Shaker, education expert over at Simon Fraser University. Thanks so much for your insights this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be talking to you again for sure, sir.